Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the dollhouse, baby. Welcome to the unfiltered doll, baby, where we do a little bit of cussing around here. So your parental advisory has been advised. Also, baby, listen. We may have some bad opinions and whatever it is that you're going through. If you feel triggered, baby, just remember we're not talking about you. We're talking about the people on the screen. All right, so welcome back. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing, baby? Before we get started, I just want to let you know this is a pre recorded live. We're also trying our new microphone. You guys can let me know if you like it or not, okay? Baby, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. And that's on, period. Now, speaking of rings, baby, when I went to work this morning, approximately at 5 o'clock, maybe I was late, but I made it. I went to work. I put in my headphones. 3 hours of flashback calls with Shirley and Nesto. Now, here's the thing. As I worked, I took notes when I was listening to the calls. I am not playing the audio today, so this is going to be a freestyle type of live with me highlighting a few things that made me say, Now, guess what? They say you rinse, repeat, or however the saying goes, baby. Wash, rinse, repeat, recycle, however you want to say it. We all heard this before. I've heard this before as well, but this is a refresh. This is a throwback, okay? Are you okay with that, baby? Let me know in the chat if you're just stepping into the room. Hello, hello, hello. Remember, this is a pre-recorded live, so welcome in, Sugas. The chat is live. The actual content is pre-recorded, okay? So, baby, we're going to take just a quick little break, baby, and get into it. All right, we are back. If you're just coming into the room, welcome to the Dollhouse Sugars. What we need to do is get that birthday shout out. Let's get that. Listen, it is Virgo season. Happy birthday to you. And baby, make sure you celebrate all season. Do what you want to do, baby. Are you going to do some hood rat things with your friends? I'm not calling you a hood rat. I'm just hoping that you're going to do something exciting. I can't talk. Y'all know that. All right. So let's get into some things, honey. We are going to go ahead and get that throwback graphic up here of Shirley and Nesto. Please pet the dog. He does not bite. No pets were harmed during the recording for this live stream, or shall I say live chat. Okay. So, honey, these calls were from October 2022. And I just want to highlight a few things. Now, feel free to do as you please in the chat. Just please be respectful to one another. If you are going to use colorful language, YouTube will block it because you can't really be adult like around here. But you can misspell the words. You have to you got to be slick about it. I do know you cannot use the I word in the chat. They definitely block that. I don't know why, but baby, the ID as in dog, IOT. YouTube does not like that word. They flag it automatically, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. So while I was listening to these calls this morning, I'm gonna tell you what, baby, listening to those calls make my shift go by quickly. I can't wait to do it again because I looked up. I said, "Oh, what time is it? Oh, I'm almost done. I just got an hour left." Okay. So here's the thing. What I didn't understand with the call, and you know what? We are going to pull up some audio. I did lie. Sometimes I lie a little bit, just a smidgen. But what I and let me say this: if you are a Shirley Strawberry fan, you love you some sure. Listen, baby. Everybody here on this earth, we're humans, okay? And it's okay to speak about one another. Everything is not going to be in your favor, and everything is not going to be in Sister Strawberry's favor. No, it is not. Let me also say this, baby, I'm not sitting up on a high horse, and I'm not standing on a stage with the microphone acting like I have not experienced men who did me in. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm sure there's some men out there that can say a little story about me as well, baby. They can probably give you some feedback about how they felt like how I treated them. Listen, we're all imperfect, okay? But when you love somebody, as far as somebody that's a celebrity, an influencer, or an on-air personality, that person is still a human, okay? And you have to understand that everybody does not have the same feelings as you. All opinions matter here at the dollhouse, but baby, we have to respect one another accordingly. With that being said, what I can't understand about this situation with Shirley, her pocketbook, and these lawyers is the communication with her and Nesto. She's always asking him as if she doesn't have the, like she doesn't have the capability, or if she, it's almost like she acts as if she's restricted from getting in contact with these companies and these people when it comes to a payment that is owed. I think what happened is for 8 years, Nesto handled everything. And Shirley is feeling like she's lost without him because she's like, "Oh, I don't know what I owe. I paid this amount, but I think I owe 2,500. Now I might be making up that number, so please don't hold me to the fire with that exact total, okay? But for example, she's like, "I think I owe 2,500, but it might be 3,500. They haven't called." Well, did you call them? And did you follow up and call them? That is a lot of money that you're paying out, especially for someone who does not have a place to stay. So I just don't understand the confusion with everything she's needing to pay. And when she's on the phone with him, there's nothing he can do about it, honey bunny. He ain't got a dime on a dollar. He ain't got a pot to piss in, and he damn sure does not have a window to throw it out of. So I just sit there and I'm just wondering, is she doing this so that her husband feels like he's needed while he's in jail? Or is this really the Shirley Strawberry that is on the air, daily on the Steve Harvey show? I just have a few questions. You know what I'm saying? Even with her storage, and speaking of the storage child, Nesto says to her when she's telling him that the storage was due on that day, that she was going to pay it the next day. He's basically like, "Listen, sis, you need to save all the coin you can. You know what you need to do." In a roundabout way, he's letting her know, take advantage. Take advantage of that grace period. If there's a grace period, and if you can pay that storage late, and you got 15 days after the due date to do so, then baby, there's more than one way to skin a cat. That's what he said, y'all. There's more than one way to skin a cat when it comes to these finances. And that's why he's where he's at, down at the jailhouse. Mannerisms. Shout out to phone calls from prison, baby. Shout out to Shay and her husband for allowing us to use these calls and make content on the YouTube channel. My bad. I said, wait, I forgot to do something. Now, her link is always in my description anyway, once we post the video after the live chat is over. But, honey, listen, okay? We want to make sure we're definitely giving her shout out. All right, so let's get into it, baby. So, another example was during the phone calls, Shirley couldn't confirm with Nesto if that gas was $6 a gallon. She said, I don't know. I know it's just $100 to fill the tank. Shirley, baby, you got to pay attention. You have to pay attention to things like that. Now, sometimes I could be a little dingy. I'm not even going to lie to you. I have some dingy moments where I'm just like, oh, or what they like to say blonde. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's a blonde moment. I get it. There's so much going on. We're busy. We got this going on and that going on. But surely, baby, you got to just give a damn a little bit. I don't know. Like, she's so unbothered to the point where she really doesn't pay attention. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm just like, baby, you got to really pay attention to what's going on, because baby, your husband been down at the jailhouse for a few months now. So it's just like she has to pay attention. And then every time she's talking about her roommates, I'm sorry, you guys, excuse me for 1 second. I do apologize. Okay, I am back. Welcome to the dollhouse. If you're just getting into the room, hola, this is a pre-recorded live. However, the chat is live and real time. I am focusing on saying welcome Sally, welcome Susan down in the chat, okay? But you guys continue to chat amongst one another, okay? I want to let you know sometimes I'm going to have a few breaks, or you may hear a pause here and there. I am still recovering from COVID from 2 weeks ago, which has left me with this dry cough that comes out of nowhere. And when I'm speaking during a recording or during a live, I think I am stressing my baby, my boy. You know what I mean? Okay. So please, I'm okay. I do not have COVID anymore. I've also been to the top. I've been to the doctors. I don't have COVID anymore, but please have some patience with the doll baby where she takes breaks or you hear a moment of silence, because I'm probably choking, and it's all right. Don't even worry about it, okay? So then, so Shirley's looking for a place, and she tells Nesto she called Lamont, I assume, to assist her with some places. Now, I don't know Lamont from a can of paint. Now, if I would give my opinion on Lamont, he's a low down, dirty, dusty dick dog. I said it. I said what I said based off of the phone calls. But outside of that, I don't know if he's flying to Paris. I don't know if he's over there down in Brazil. I don't know if he's an international man. I don't know anything about him. But I do know there's no way to hide such a personality just by two or three words that come on, if you know, you know. Shirley works around men every single day. Shirley is not slow. Nesto told y'all that. There's nothing slow about her. But what I don't understand is, why did you call Lamont? Yikes. Unless, like I said, does he have some connections in the real estate community? Maybe he does, but baby, from the outside looking in and from the inside looking out, in your situation, maybe you should contact somebody outside of the friend circle that has anything to do with your husband, since you don't seem to know all of the things that he was into because he was living a triple life, right? So that's another thing. I was just sitting there, my face was just screwed up. Like, you called who? And then I guess I guess she had a regret because she didn't follow up with him or didn't, do anything else after that. And she just keeps saying to Nesto, I'm just going to wait until you get out. Well, thank you, Jesus, Shirley, that you did not do that because, baby, you would still be what? Homeless. Yes, you would still be homeless. Living with a friend, phoning a friend. Absolutely. So I'm glad that you did F around and find out, okay? Now, speaking of finding a place to stay.
To get ready to wash my hands here. Get myself prepared for this new year. So I washed my hand with the ones who sitting around here playing last year. Didn't know how to get to the money. The ally didn't know how to get to the money. So I'm gonna wash my hands so I can wash them away from me so I can move forward. So I can show them how to really, really, really get this money this year. I'm gonna show them how to get it. Cause see, here's the thing, a lot of people don't have confidence in themselves. I got confidence in myself. I'm gonna believe in myself, I believe in God. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. See, the ones who sit around here and talk about one thing for sure. Oh, this is what I got. I got bills to pay. You got bills to pay, but you got to understand how to get to the money so you can pay your bills. So guess what? If you're like me, you understand? Wash your hands. Wash your old people away from you. Because guess what? You keep them around, they're going to stay, what? Stagnated. And you're going to stay stagnated too.
So, brother sorry, you guys. Brother Ernie mentioned in the phone calls how listen, not the roaches. The roaches. He told Shirley he is missing the roach house. And Shirley's like, we should have got a exterminator. There was no pest control call. Like, what's going on with this roach house? This whole storyline is absolutely insane. And in my Nesto voice, mind boggling. Okay, because what, you missed the roach house, so you just like everything fucked up, huh? Oh, Jesus. So what I notice is Nesto is always asking Shirley what the roommates are doing, where they're going, how their business is. And you can tell Nesto is a hater in real life because he's never happy for anybody because he wants to one up you or he wants to top what you're doing. And hey, if that's how you are, that's okay. There are people who do that. There's some successful people out there that live by that type of motto, okay? I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to top that. And that's fine. But you got some of those people also, speaking of the devil, exactly, right? So it's just like he's acting like he's happy and he's concerned and he can't wait to get out to show some love. But it's really on some, I can't wait to get out and shit on these people. That's how he is. I mean, you heard how he spoke about his own wife to his side chick. So, child, that's now. How do you think he feels about anybody else? That was his wife. So you already know where he resides when it comes to his mentality for sure. Okay. So then Shirley let Nesto know, don't go down to that courthouse laughing all stupid. And he knows that the laughter pisses Shirley off. And he kept saying, I'm going to work on it. I'm going to try. And she let him know, you don't need to try. It's something you can control. Shirley was basically Nesto's mother and his wife. And that is what he's looking for in a woman. He wants a woman to play a role as if she is his mother. I don't care what anybody says. Okay? And then, baby, this is when the call sort of went down south for me. And when I say south, I mean down into the pits of hell, because they started to talk about Sheridan, which he refers to her as the little one. And if you are now stepping into the room, baby, we just ask you to do one thing around here. Please hit that like button, baby. You can hit the like, hit the dislike. We just ask you to hit something. Just don't hit me and don't hit yourself in the head, okay? If you're just now coming inside of the room, inside of the dollhouse, baby, we would like to welcome you to the dollhouse. Hey, sugar, hey. Now, if I'm unable to catch up with saying welcome in because maybe I took a break, used the restroom, maybe I'm eating something, you know I'm greedy, child. Welcome in, sugar, okay? Sometimes the chat is going and I might be in the kitchen. I ain't lying, child. So let's continue to get into the Sheridan. Again, rinse, repeat, recycle, however you say it. We've been there, we've done that, we heard this before, but this is a throwback, okay? So when it comes to the daughter, everybody does agree that things seem a little off when it comes to how she speaks about her daughter with her husband. And this was a little strange because pretty much I feel like he's setting everything up for the situation that he was in back then, as if Sheridan had a lot to do with it. And in my humble opinion, that's hogwash. Or if you would like to add a little profanity, that's bullshit. But I believe he did that because that's going to put guilt on Shirley, and she's going to continue to pay the lawyers because she asked her daughter, don't go down there talking to the popos, okay? And by doing so, Shirley feels like she's betrayed her as a mother because now you got my husband sitting in jail longer because of what Nesto is feeding her. But see, since Shirley doesn't do any homework, she doesn't do any paperwork in the background, she doesn't do any sleuth or investigative. She's not looking for anything on her own. She's just going to believe what her husband says. Now, she did say that she wants to see it on paper just to confirm. And she did let Nesto know that she's not saying that he's telling a fib. However, why are we even discussing this? Because why didn't you know? And what makes you think your daughter doesn't have the right to speak to the authorities when her name is on something unauthorized because of your husband, or what your husband said was allegedly? Listen, allegedly, Erica is the one who had everything to do with that, and she stole Sheridan's information out of his phone. I don't understand how that makes sense either, because, baby, in order to get somebody's information, you need more than a contact in the phone, or did you have something screenshotted in your phone, such as her driver's license and much more? Like, what's really going on? Unless I'm wrong and I'm assuming something, right? But Shirley really turned me off with that, as if you like, you girl, you got to do some groundwork. You do. You got to put some footprints and do some backlogging and get into some things. But I'm going to tell you what I think it is with Shirley. And Nesto also has said this a few times while speaking with her. She even lets us know people warned her about him, and she still went through with a relationship with him. As women, we ignore red flags all the time. I'm going to tell you something, baby. Listen, I should have a red flag stamped on my forehead because that's how many red flags I've ignored as well. Okay. So, again, I'm not sitting on no high horse. However, I just hope and pray when I am in that field of life, okay, where I'm, retired, I'm at the age where I'm fine, fabulous, retired, and I don't want to be living in regret because I didn't let some nigga come and ruin my life. And I didn't pay attention to the people around me. Let me know, hey, don't do that. That's not it, baby. But you have to understand sometimes as women, if we're broken, I don't know where we left off because, again, I had a little bit of a coughing spell. But what I will say is this: sometimes, even when there are red flags, and if you are somebody who went through a lot, especially if you were a victim of DV, if you were just, you're dealing with so much trauma, you're healing, you've been single for a long time, and you feel like, okay, I'm ready to do this, you might be willing. I'm not saying you, baby. I'm speaking on behalf of some people who let things slide and slip in. You might be willing to give somebody a chance that's not deserving of you. And I believe people like to say people who she's definitely not equally yoked with Nesto. We know that for a fact, right? No one is. Let's put it out there. I'm not saying Shirley is perfect, but no one is equally yoked with Nesto. He deserves to be with no one, honest to God. That's just my humble opinion. Even when I say, oh, Sonya, Nesto, they're made for each other, no, they both need to be alone so they can figure out, hey, what's wrong with me? Do I have a diagnosis? Let me go to the doctors and see what's going on with me. Something's wrong with me. I'm insane. You get what I mean? But I believe that the relationship that she had with Ernie was a relationship that she wanted her entire life of being a woman because of everything she's been through with men in her past, right? So if he's taking care of her in what she feels, you have to understand everybody has a different definition. Everybody has a different definition of what it is to be cared for. So if he's whining and dining her, letting her sit back and do nothing, she's probably not cooking. He's probably doing the cooking, or they're probably doing a lot of ordering out. She can sit with her feet up, be pretty. You get what I'm saying? He's driving her around. She's in the back seat. He's gifting her. He's making those toes curl. Now, some of you would say, huh? Well, yes. Regardless of how he was doing so, he's making those toes curl, telling her how beautiful she is. All of the things that women are like, oh, wow, he's so romantic. He takes his time with me. She's ignoring all of those red flags because he wears a Halloween costume. So he's dressed up in this marriage, right? And she doesn't have a clue who he really is. The people warning her, the man that they're telling her that he is, that's not what she sees. So therefore, she's sitting there playing a game with him, not on purpose. What I'm saying is some people are just focused on how a individual is treating them. Think about it. Think about how many times you see some breaking news of some sick shit that didn't happen with a serial person. This is YouTube. We can't say certain things. Or somebody that went out there and took out a whole damn street damn near, right? And then when you get into the nooks and crannies of their personal lives, they're married. And the wife had no idea that her husband was out there eating people. Yeah. I'm telling you, people actually ignore red flags just because of that treatment. And I think that's the issue with this situation here. They were ignored. And again, I'm not here to judge or point a finger, but I'm going to talk about it because this is some gossip and this is the storyline. But I'm not sitting on no high horse, but any damn who. So pretty much, Shirley is even blaming her daughter for everything that has happened and that is harmful. And again, that's going to put that guilt on her to continue to go into what? Her pocketbook and do what? Pay for those lawyers until the pocketbook is empty, child. So Shirley says to Ernie, she thinks he would be out of jail by now if Sheridan didn't go talk to the people. Now, Nesto did say no, because see, Nesto knew he had some other shit about to come out. So he did stop her and say, no, that's not why he's still there. But he had the audacity to say a little bit of, I didn't take no one or remove anybody from Earth. This is YouTube, baby. We can't be grown. I didn't grape anybody. I didn't SA any kids. Nesto, you got to be more careful. Now, this is all allegedly, but your record ain't looking too clean, right? You're innocent until proven guilty. But you just need to stop saying certain shit while you're waiting for your innocence to clear. Some will say that never will happen, but baby, ain't not. Listen, I don't got no heaven nor hell to put you in. But what I do know is, baby, it could be a scam and you be lying, okay? And now here in 2024, thank you, Jesus, is what Shirley is saying. She's just waiting to get that divorce finalized. So make sure your ass shows up to the next hearing, Nesto. Now, if you're just stepping into the room and if it is your birthday month, honey, happy birthday to you and enjoy your season, honey. I hope you have the best Virgo season ever. Libras, you're up next. Okay, so here's the thing. He's also trying to make it seem like his face being on the TV, he's making it seem like that is Sheridan's fault. Again, he's putting the guilt onto her mother so she can keep paying that coin. Okay? But see, what he's also doing is putting that God icing on Shirley, telling her how amazing she is, right? And that she was sent from God. He has to love bomb and he has to make sure he's letting her know how much he needs her. But he has to include God into that. That's why I said that God icing, okay? That Shirley is amazing cake, all right? He asked God to send him this woman because she is an angelism. Is that what he said, y'all? Yes, he said angelism. And Shirley said, What? What are you like? Shirley was, what are you trying to say? Sometimes I wish Shirley would just be like, nigga, what? But she's very demure. Shirley gives very much, I'm very demure, and I just no. She doesn't speak that way. At least we've never heard her do so. She will say Negroes be tripping though. That is something she does say. But baby, when it comes to that husband of hers, baby, I need her to say a little bit more. Shit. So Shirley said, I'm not an angel. And then she told him that someone on Instagram said she was a con like him. Baby, I hollered. I hollered. Do you hear me? Instagram comments, baby, are cruel. They are cruel. I always wonder, is it YouTube or Instagram? Which platform has the worst comments ever? They're running neck to neck, okay? And she also let him know that everyone doesn't agree that she's an angel. So here's the thing, we have to take that innocence off of her because of how she carries herself. Some people are innocent, but everybody is not. And that's the problem when we have someone that is out there in the public and they are offering us some type of entertainment, or you're motivated by them and you're inspired by them. You have to understand that those humans come with flaws. Even me, even Sally, even the next person, the people you're watching on TV, when you're down at the church house, when you're on your job, when you're in the people have flaws. Your children, flaws, imperfect. That's what we have to remember. You have to be careful when you get to the point where you're worshiping another person. Honest to God, like, we have to be careful with that. No one on earth is eligible to stand and say, I'm perfect. No one can say anything about me. That's bullshit and hogwashing. You know that. I don't think I did too much cussing yet, so I had to get it in before the video ended, okay? If you are now just stepping into the room, hey, Sugas, welcome on into the dollhouse, baby. How are you? Great to hear that, baby. If I missed your name and you didn't get a welcome from me, I do apologize, because today I'm not on a desktop. So I'm actually using my fingers and typing out the names as quick as I can. Unless I went down to the kitchen, child. Now, I didn't already told y'all, if you are just stepping in the room, though, welcome in. Please don't be offended if I missed your name, okay? I also want to take the time out, because this is a pre-recorded live. Because if you like the video, dislike the video, if you're chatting in that live chat, baby, if you're catching the replay, if you did something extra, if you joined our membership, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, before we head out, because baby, I like to be here for a good time, a short time, but not a long time. Nesto had the audacity to think that he's not normal. And he let Shirley know that he told her about being around the normal folks. Oh, wow. And he said he had a habit of being around normal people as well. And I just sat to I thought to myself, ain't this about a bitch? Really? Ain't this about a bitch? I mean, are you kidding me? Who told you, Nesto? Who told you? Somebody didn't tell you, because that's why your ass, raggedy, dusty ass. I don't think you were raggedy when you were out of jail as far as your appearance. The inside of you, definitely raggedy. But baby, you turned into a bum when you got down there to the jailhouse. No haircut or nothing, just as dusty. But anywho, baby, when did you get the confirmation from the people that you were not a normal? Is what I wanted to know. I'm just, do you have the proof? He also let Shirley know that he remembers when Shirley told him and reminded him that she didn't care what people were talking about pertaining to him. And Nesto said that, they're mad because he's not a regular black man. And said that Shirley said, nope, you're not. And she was agreeing and confirming what he was saying, as if she thought that was the case. So, baby, let me tell you something. When it comes to a man treating you well according to your individual, everybody has their, this is what I want. This is my list. This is what I want from this man, regardless if he leaves the house and he is hell on wheels, literally. Hell on wheels, literally, when it comes to this nigga right here, right? we got to let people be delusional. And we only can say that because everything is being exposed. On the outside looking in, on the inside looking out. Thank you all so much. That's all I got for the calls that I listened to today and the things that I wanted to highlight from those calls. If you are in the chat, we appreciate you so much, baby. Yes, we do. One more time. And we also want to say welcome to the dollhouse once again. I want to always make sure I am meeting and greeting anybody stepping into this live chat or into the room to listen to me. We also want to remind the ladies in the room, listen, baby, if you're out there dating, there is a scam alert out here. We want you to be careful, baby, and watch your pocketbooks. Oh, baby, watch your pocketbooks. Don't give your tussy cat out and let those listen, don't give your tussy cat out and let that man make your toes curl. And then all of a sudden you look up and your pocketbook is empty. Okay? We got to be more careful out here. Yes, we do. Baby, listen, all we ask you to do around here is hit that like button, baby. Hit the like, hit the dislike, hit something. All opinions matter here at the dollhouse. I want to thank you all so much. Baby, we're about to head out. I know y'all was acting up in that live chat. I already know. I already know. And baby, I'm here for it. Let's get into that outro and y'all have the best evening ever. And remember to be kind to yourself because you are what you speak. And we are out of here.